I thought my wife, Lauren, and my mom, Diane, were my everything, until I overheard them plotting in our kitchen to siphon $10 million from my blockchain startup. What unraveled was a storm of infidelity, secret online ventures, and a betrayal that shattered my world. From our Dallas mansion to a heart-pounding showdown, I exposed their scam to the IRS. But can I ever face my mom again? This story is raw, twist-filled, and gut-wrenching. Watch to uncover their lies and decide for yourself. Comment. Ever been betrayed by family? Would you forgive them? Smash that like button and subscribe for more real tales of cheating and chaos. I'm Ethan Caldwell, 39, a blockchain entrepreneur living in Dallas, Texas. My life was a dream, running NovaChain, a crypto startup, from a sleek office downtown, living in a Highland Park mansion with my wife, Lauren, my college sweetheart of 12 years. My mom, Diane, lived a few miles away, always dropping by with her famous pecan pie and warm hugs. I thought I had it all, until one night in October 2025 turned everything upside down. It was a crisp evening, the Dallas skyline glittering beyond our mansion's floor-to-ceiling windows. I come home early. Some investor bailed on a meeting, leaving me free for once. I parked my Tesla in the garage, expecting to find Lauren curled up with a glass of Pinot, maybe planning our next trip to Aspen. Instead, I heard hushed voices from the kitchen as I slipped through the side door, my keys still in hand. I froze, my heart thudding. It was Lauren, her voice low and urgent, and my mom, Diane, whispering back. "He can't know, Diane," Lauren said, her words sharp as a blade. "The wallet's almost ready. We move it this week." Diane's voice, usually warm like a Texas summer, was cold as ice. "I've got the offshore account set. But what about Ethan? He's not stupid." My stomach twisted. Wallet? Offshore account? I crept closer, hiding behind the pantry door, my breath shallow. Lauren laughed, a sound I once loved but now chilled me to the bone. "He's too busy with NovaChain to notice. Besides, he trusts us. You're his mom." I felt like I'd been gut-punched. My wife and my own mother plotting against me? About money? I wanted to storm in, demand answers, but my feet were glued to the floor. Then Lauren's voice dropped lower, almost a hiss. "And Ryan says we're clear. He's keeping me happy, Diane." "Ryan?" My mind raced. Ryan Kessler, my COO at NovaChain, my best friend since grad school at UT Austin. The guy who'd toasted our wedding, helped Mom move into her condo, and was practically family. Was he the one Lauren was involved with? My hands shook, and I slipped out quietly, driving aimlessly through Dallas's glittering streets, the skyline mocking my shattered world. That's when I knew my perfect life was built on lies. Lauren's words burned in my mind. "Ryan says we're clear." Ryan Kessler wasn't just my COO. He was the guy I trusted with NovaChain's core code, the one who'd crashed on our couch after his divorce, who'd called Mom Mama Diane at Thanksgiving. The thought of him with Lauren, plotting with my own mother, made my blood boil. I didn't confront her that night. I needed proof, not just a gut-wrenching hunch. Back at the mansion, I played it cool, kissing Lauren's cheek as she handed me a Shiner Bock, her smile as fake as a $3 bill. Mom had left, but her pecan pie sat on the counter, a cruel reminder of her betrayal. Couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. I lay beside Lauren, her soft breathing a mockery of our past, and thought about our first date. 19, sneaking beers at a deep Elm dive bar, her laughing at my awful pickup lines. She'd grabbed my hand, eyes sparkling, and said, "We're gonna be epic, Ethan Caldwell." I believed her. Now epic felt like a scam. At 3 a.m., I grabbed her phone from the nightstand. Locked, but a notification from R flashed. Meet me tomorrow. Usual spot. Don't tell E. My stomach lurched. I set the phone down, hands trembling, and stared into the dark, piecing together their plan. Ryan, Lauren, Mom. How deep did this go? That text was the first crack in a dam about to burst. The next day, I was in my NovaChain office, a glass-walled space overlooking Dallas's Fountain Place. I couldn't focus on code or investor pitches. Lauren and Mom's words haunted me. They'd mentioned a wallet, and my gut screamed it was tied to NovaChain's blockchain. We'd just secured $15 million in funding, with $10 million in a secure Ethereum wallet for R&D. Was that their target? On my lunch break, I logged into our blockchain dashboard, my fingers shaking. My worst fears came true. $10 million in Ethereum was gone, transferred to an anonymous wallet 3 days ago. The transaction was authorized by my admin key, my key, which only Lauren and I had access to, stored in our home safe. My chest tightened, like I couldn't breathe. They'd used my own system to rob me. That night, I waited till Lauren was asleep and checked the safe. My key was there, but the logs showed it had been accessed while I was at a crypto conference in Miami last week. Lauren had been home. So had Mom, helping with laundry. I felt like a damn fool. I confronted Lauren the next morning, my voice steady but sharp. Where's the $10 million, Lauren? Her face went pale, her coffee mug trembling. Ethan, I don't know, she stammered, tears welling up. Maybe a hack? You know how crypto is. But her eyes darted to her phone, and I knew she was lying. I pressed, but she shut down, saying she'd look into it. I didn't buy it. Their scam was bigger than I'd ever imagined. I wasn't gonna let this slide. I needed proof, not just suspicions. I called Nate, a cybersecurity guru who'd built NovaChain's encryption, and Tim, a private investigator I'd hired for corporate espionage checks. We met at a dive bar in Deep Ellum, the neon signs buzzing like my nerves. Spill it, Nate said, sipping a Lone Star. I told them everything, the kitchen plot, the missing $10 million, Ryan's name. Tim's eyes narrowed. I saw Lauren with Ryan last month, he admitted, pulling out his phone. He showed me photos from a surveillance job, Lauren and Ryan at the Jewel Hotel in downtown Dallas, too close, her hand on his arm, their faces lit by candlelight. I didn't want to say anything, thought it was personal. But there's more. He slid over a USB drive. Found this on a dark web forum. Lauren's running a side hustle and online subscription platform, username Dallas Diva. She's banking $50,000 a month, Ethan. And your mom's managing the payouts. My jaw dropped. Lauren running an OnlyFans-style gig? And Mom involved? Nate chimed in, I hacked her platform's metadata. Ryan's routing her earnings through a crypto wallet, the same one your $10 million went to. It's a laundering operation. I felt like the bar was spinning, the jukebox's twang mocking me. My wife was cheating, scamming, and my mother was her accomplice. I thanked them, my voice hollow, and drove home, the Dallas skyline a cold reminder of my shattered trust. The truth was uglier than I'd ever feared. I couldn't wait. Tim's photos placed Ryan at the Jewel, a ritzy hotel with marble floors and chandeliers. I drove there that night, my blood boiling, the USB burning a hole in my pocket. The bar was packed with Dallas's elite, but I spotted Ryan instantly, sipping whiskey, looking smug in a tailored suit. I stormed over, slamming my hand on the counter. What's going on with my wife? I growled loud enough to turn heads. The bartender froze and conversations hushed. Ryan's smirk was infuriating. Ethan, chill. You're out of your league, he said, his voice smooth, like he'd rehearsed this. Lauren's helping me with a side project. Nothing you need to worry about. Side project? I shouted, stepping closer. You mean stealing $10 million? Or her secret platform? His eyes flickered, surprise, then fear. You don't know what you're messing with, he hissed, but I was done. I grabbed his collar, ready to swing, when Lauren appeared from the shadows, her face pale. Ethan, stop. She'd been there, watching. The bartender called security, and I was escorted out, but not before I saw Ryan slip Lauren a flash drive. My wife, my COO, my money all tangled in a web I couldn't untangle. And then my phone buzzed with a text that changed everything. The text was from Tim. Check your home security footage. Last week, 2 a.m. Brace yourself. My hands shook as I pulled up the app, sitting in my Tesla outside the Jewel. The clip was from 6 days ago, our kitchen camera. Lauren and Mom hunched over a laptop, whispering. Lauren handed Mom a USB, saying, the key's on here. Move it to the Caymans. Mom nodded, her face hard. Then Lauren leaned in, voice low, Ryan's got my back. Ethan's clueless. My stomach lurched. Another clip showed Ryan in our living room, kissing Lauren, her hands in his hair, their bodies pressed close. My mom walked in, didn't flinch, just said, hurry up. We're on a clock. I watched it again, hoping I'd miss scene. I hadn't. I drove home, the mansion dark and empty. Lauren was gone, her purse and laptop missing. On the kitchen island, under a half-empty bottle of Merlot, was a note in her handwriting. Ethan, I'm sorry. It's not what you think. I crumpled it, thinking of our vow renewal, her in a gold dress, promising eternity under fairy lights in our backyard. It was all a lie. Sorry doesn't fix a $10 million betrayal. I needed answers. I called Nate, who'd been digging into the crypto wallet. He met me at Nova Chain's office at midnight, the city skyline a cold backdrop through the glass walls. This is bigger than Lauren, he said, his laptop glowing. That wallet's tied to a dark pool scam, hype a fake coin, drain investors, vanish. It's moved $20 million, not just your $10 million. And it's linked to a DARPANET leak, Project Nova, a blockchain for classified data. DARPANET? I'd seen X posts about hacked government servers leaking classified tech projects. Nate showed me a leaked PDF Lauren had downloaded, naming Ryan as a contractor for Nexus Dynamics, a shady Dallas firm tied to the scam. Lauren's platform is laundering their cash, Nate said. Your mom's routing it to offshore accounts in the Caymans. He pulled up an email from Ryan to Lauren. Nexus knows about your side gig. Move the $10 million by Friday or they leak it and frame Ethan. The date was a week before the kitchen plot. Another email, from Mom to Lauren, cut deeper. I'm doing this for us. Ethan's too soft for this world. My head spun. Was Lauren coerced or complicit? And Mom, my own mother, calling me soft? I felt like the ground was crumbling. As I left the office, I heard tires screech in the parking lot, and my pulse spiked. Someone was watching, and I was running out of time. I ran outside, gripping a crowbar from my office. It was Ryan's black Porsche, idling like a taunt in the lot. I shouted his name, and he floored it, tires screeching into the Dallas night. I jumped in my Tesla and gave chase, weaving through the city's glittering streets, past Clyde Warren Park's glowing fountains, past neon-lit bars in Uptown. My phone rang. Lauren, her voice frantic. Ethan, stop. You're in danger. Please, come home. I hung up, too angry to listen. Ryan's Porsche swerved into an industrial lot near Trinity Groves. All rusted warehouses and cracked asphalt. I cut him off, my Tesla skidding in a cloud of dust. He was trapped. Ryan got out, hands up, but that infuriating smirk was back. You're a fool, Ethan, he said, leaning against his car. Lauren loves me. You were just the bank. I lunged, crowbar raised, ready to smash that smug face. But Lauren's BMW screeched up, and she jumped out, screaming, "Stop!" Tears streamed down her face, her mascara a mess. Ethan, I messed up, but it's not what you think, she sobbed. She confessed. She'd started the subscription platform 2 years ago, desperate for cash when NovaChain's funding dried up. Ryan hacked it, blackmailed her into stealing the $10 million for Nexus Dynamics. Mom joined, believing it'd secure our family's future. I was trapped, Lauren said, her voice breaking. I didn't want to lose you. I felt like the world was collapsing. You threw away our life for this? I shouted, my voice echoing in the empty lot. Ryan laughed, pulling a USB drive from his jacket. "This proves she's telling the truth," he said, tossing it to me like a dare. Then he sped off, his taillights vanishing. But proof of what? I was about to find out. I drove home, the USB burning a hole in my pocket, Lauren's words ringing in my ears. She was staying at her sister's in Plano, begging for a chance to explain. I wasn't ready to face her. The next morning, I was checking the mailbox, still reeling, when our neighbor, Mrs. Harper, a retired CPA with a knack for gossip, caught me outside. "Ethan," she whispered, glancing around like we were in a spy flick, "I saw something odd last week. Your mom and a man at your house late. They were arguing about money. Thought you should know." My stomach tightened. "What man, Mrs. Harper?" "Tall, fancy car, slick suit," she said. "Looked like trouble." "Ryan." I thanked her, my mind racing, and checked more security footage. Sure enough, there were clips. Ryan and Mom in our driveway, her handing him a folder, him yelling, "Don't mess this up, Diane." Lauren appeared in one clip, looking scared, not in control. Was she a victim or playing me? Nate cracked the USB. Emails, voicemails. Ryan threatening to leak Lauren's platform. Nexus demanding the $10 million. But a hidden file showed Lauren emailing Nexus, promising loyalty for a 20% cut. Mom's emails were worse. "Ethan's naive. He'll thank us when we're rich." Was this coercion or a double cross? I needed answers before I made my move. A knock at my door that night startled me. I grabbed a baseball bat, peering through the peephole. It was a woman, mid-30s, in a crisp blazer and jeans, her dark hair in a tight bun. She looked out of place in my cul-de-sac. "Ethan Caldwell?" she asked, her voice clipped. "Who's asking?" I said, keeping the door half closed. She handed me a card. "Lydia Pierce, investigative journalist, the Dallas Morning News." "I'm investigating Nexus Dynamics," she said. "Your wife and mother are tied to a $20 million crypto scam. I know about Lauren's online venture, the DARPANET leak. Help me, or you're a target." I felt like I'd been sucker punched. How did she know about Lauren's platform? Was she legit or a Nexus plant? "Why me?" I asked, my grip tightening on the bat. "Your company's flagged in Nexus's files," she said, glancing around nervously. "They think you're onto them. Give me what you have, and I'll protect you." I didn't invite her in, but I listened. She knew too much: Novachain, Ryan, Mom's offshore accounts, even Mrs. Harper's sightings. I showed her copies of the USB's emails, keeping the originals. "This could end them," she said, eyes gleaming. "But Nexus will come for you." I sent her away, my mind racing. Was Lydia my way out or a trap? Then a note slid under my door, chilling me to the bone. The note was typed, "No signature, drop it or Novachain burns." My heart stopped. I checked the security cam, nothing, just static from 1 a.m. to 1:15, like someone had jammed it. Nexus? Ryan? I didn't know, but I wasn't waiting to find out. I called Nate, told him to hide a USB copy somewhere safe. Then I drove to Mom's condo in Oak Lawn, my hands shaking. She answered, looking frail, not the schemer I'd heard on the footage. "Ethan," she said, tearing up, "I'm so sorry." "Tell me the truth," I said, my voice hard. "Why'd you do it?" She broke down, claiming Lauren dragged her in, said the $10 million was to save Novachain from creditors. Ryan blackmailed them both, using Lauren's platform as leverage. "I thought I was helping you," Mom said, her voice trembling. "You're my son." I showed her the note. Her face went pale. "That's Nexus," she whispered. "They'll kill us." I didn't know if I believed her. My own mother betraying me? I left, her sobs echoing behind me. Was she a victim or the mastermind pulling the strings? I drove home, Mom's words clashing with memories, her baking cookies when I was a kid, cheering at my college graduation, crying when I rebuilt her life after Dad walked out. I'd given her everything, and now this? Nate called, saying he'd found more, Nexus was tied to a DARPA contractor, a figure called Mr. Black, untouchable, possibly ex-military. The USB had a recording Ryan and Black discussing eliminating loose ends, naming me and Lauren. I checked Lauren's old laptop left behind in a closet. A hidden folder held our wedding photos, her smiling in that gold dress, mixed with stolen Nova chain code. An email from her to Ryan, sent a year ago, before the platform. I'm in, but Ethan's out. He can't know. Another, from Mom to Lauren. He'll forgive us when we're rich. He's always been soft. Had they planned this from the start? I thought of our first anniversary, Lauren surprising me with a weekend in New Orleans dancing in the French Quarter. Was it all a lie? I was drowning in doubt. I met Ryan at a warehouse in West Dallas, the USBs in my pocket, the air thick with dust and tension. He was alone, no smirk, just a tired look. Nexus played us all, he said, tossing another USB. That's the real proof, Black's orders to frame you. Lauren and Diane were coerced. I didn't buy it. You kissed my wife, I growled, stepping closer. You stole my money. He sighed. Lauren was desperate. I got her in too deep. Your mom thought she was saving you. Before I could respond, Lauren appeared, her eyes red. Ethan, I love you, she pleaded. Nexus threatened us. Mom arrived, sobbing, saying she'd been protecting me. I held 3 USBs, 3 stories, and no trust. Lydia texted, stories ready. Your call. Nate warned Nexus was tailing me, suspicious cars near my office. I was cornered. Then a black SUV pulled up and my heart stopped. The SUV's door opened, a man, face obscured, voice cold. Hand over the USBs, Caldwell, he said. Mr. Black. Lauren and Mom trembled behind me. Ryan bolted, leaving us. I tossed a decoy USB, buying time. Black laughed, signaling his men, but I tipped Nate, who'd looped the warehouse footage to the feds. Sirens blared and Black's team scattered. I gave Lydia the real USBs, and her story hit the next day, exposing Nexus's laundering scheme. The IRS swooped in. Lauren and Mom faced audits, maybe jail. I'd blown the whistle, but at what cost? Lauren's platform was shut down, her affair with Ryan plastered across X. Mom's condo was seized, her accounts frozen. I stood in my mansion, alone, the Dallas skyline dark. Lauren begged forgiveness, claiming coercion. Mom swore she'd been protecting me. But the emails, the footage, the $10 million, too much to erase. Were their tears real, or just another con? I'm still here, in this empty mansion, the weight of it all crushing me. Lydia's story broke Nexus, but Lauren and Mom are under investigation, their lives unraveling. They begged me to forgive them, saying they were trapped, but those emails, Lauren's, I'm in, Mom's, he's soft, cut deeper than any knife. I think of our life, Lauren's laugh in our kitchen, Mom's hugs at Christmas, the family I thought we were. Ashes now, like my trust. I turned them over to the IRS, but can I face Mom again? Look her in the eye, knowing she chose money over me? And Lauren, my love, my betrayer, can I ever believe her again? YouTube, what would you do? Expose your family, risk it all? Forgive, despite the lies? Or walk away, let the past bury itself? Comment below, because I'm still deciding. This is my story, raw and real. Thanks for listening. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Cheating and Chaos, a place where you will hear a large number of fascinating and intriguing chronicles about hearts that are completely broken by female betrayal. Let's not drag on for long, let's get straight to the point.